Good morning, early birders. Good morning, good morning. What was that? Doing intermodal day. Taking this prime trailer down to Florence, South Carolina. $280-mile round trip. Paid $605. 11 o'clock appointment. You know we don't wait till appointment times unless you have to. They'll take you early. I don't know how early. But I should get there about 9 o'clock. If history is any indication of future results, it will take about an hour to an hour and a half to get unloaded. This is actually a live unloader. Yesterday I had a switch out in Hickory. I got results back on my oil analysis. I'll open that up. Once I get to the dock in Florence, we'll see what that's saying. What else we gonna do? Going up the hill. Wait a minute. Something wrong. Yeah. Get us some fuel. Sometimes people like to play games, man. I got a full tank of fuel. I'm gonna run a trip to Norfolk tomorrow. Pick up a container, bring it back to, I don't know where it's going back to yet, actually. So now I won't have to stop and get fuel tomorrow. A lot of times people, I know the first time I did, I ignored that sign. I'm like, why y'all gonna make me go all the way over here? To get on 95. Because I didn't pay attention that you couldn't make that left up there. Yesterday evening, about 7 o'clock. So 9 o'clock. Yeah, that'll be 14 hours. 14 hours on the fan. And this was actually up a lot higher, but it's low now. Well, you see, all of these are up a lot higher than they were in my last video, and that's because that was the bottom. And as time goes and it starts to recover a little bit, then you know it starts building up a little more equity in those particular shares. Doesn't mean it can't go back down. I'm just saying that, I mean, that's why I bought in the dip. It just did flash down a little bit. Oh, the market just opened, so I went down some in the market when the market opened. Now it's going back up again already, a little bit. But it fluctuates like that. Amarin, what I was telling you, that's at 645. Embed, what I was telling you, That's at 340, 368 now. Still down in ears. I'm down in FLKS, which I sold and bought again, but it's down again. I was up, but it's down again. See, I'm now at 36 cents for Flex. But it's at 35. So it's not hard to get back in the positive on that. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let me heat my salad. So the thing is, now is the perfect time if you are going to get in the market. Well, I ain't gonna say perfect. Somebody be trying to sue me. But now is a real good time for the simple fact that the market is still, you know, hasn't recovered and hadn't gone bullish, still a little bearish. So there's still room to grow in a lot of the different stocks that you might be interested in buying, especially if it's for the long term, you know. So now's the end. You have, oh, they in the trail already. And you have it's prepaid lumper. So, you know, I don't know what kind of agreement they got, and maybe they paying a premium. I don't know. It doesn't matter. 11 o'clock appointment. They in the trail already. It's only like 9:30. Market just. So anyway, what was I saying? Am I getting that old? Oh, plus a lot of the earning calls are February and March. This is January 17th, 18th, something like that. So you'll be able to catch a lot of the stocks before they start rising as they approach the earnings call, if people anticipate the earnings call being positive, like their letter to the shareholders. Because as you come up on that date for the earnings call, if they expect it to be positive, the stock price is going to rise. So if you get in it now, prior to a lot of people being interested, you're going to gain that. You see what I'm saying? And something else I'll mention. Hold on, Salad. I'm coming to you. This is the Flying J Salad. Y'all, most of y'all know how it is. Unless you're new and researching. Let's go through a few of these. I want to show you something. That's going. See how much that's going down already. Cancer Genetics is going down already. $20 disappeared already. But look at the volume. Low volume. As we approach that, as we approach that date, the earnings call, the volume is gonna go up 4,000. You know, for popular stocks, it's gonna be in the million. I'm up $70 on this. The volume is low, 3,400 so far. 10,000. I'm up 5 on that. The volume is low. This is with low volume. But when either of these become hot, I'm up on all of these. I'm up on low volume. 80,000 here, 7,000 there, 976 here. So when these become hot, then the volume is going to be crazy, and that's when they have the potential to rise a lot more. Veristem is, I think is a good time to get in Veristem. You see, I'm upside down on it. I did get my my cost down to $3.92, but it's still below that. AVO volume 44,000. ACB, that's 9 million. And I think last video I was upside down on ACB, so now you see I'm up 273. I told you it was undervalued. I mean, you look at, it's tricky because they keep buying stuff, and and they do have some cash reserves, but they're not using their money. They financing it, in other ways. So it's tricky to determine how people are going to view that. If it wasn't a marijuana stock, then the price probably wouldn't be this high with all of they're buying companies left and right. But to me, like I said, I've switched a lot. I said I was going to do mostly day trading, swing trading. But now, of course, because this is what I was really waiting on, a lot of the stuff I'm not so concerned with day and swing trading, except for when it makes sense. Like I'm trying to get my costs down. I think it's going to drop again. I buy it again later, which I'm trying to do with Cron right now, if they're going to drop or when they drop. Now, it may not drop that low again. But anyway, so even though I was upside down, I knew it was undervalued for long term. So I just kept buying to get my average cost down, knowing in my mind that it would gain traction eventually, become popular, and grow like it's doing. So it's just the big picture thing. You got to decide on is whether, and if I was you, because I just went in, I didn't structure it anyway, but consider putting it in a retirement account, unless you're going to be trading and selling and drawing money out. Compared to Roth IRA, Roth is pay the taxes now. The theory is that your tax bracket is lower now than it will be later on in retirement. If you believe that's true, your tax bracket now is lower than it will be when you retire. Then a Roth IRA is good, because they'll tax it now, and then you take it out later, fresh, untaxed. If you think your tax bracket is going to be lower than it is now, I don't know how that works. That you do that, well, that's possible. Then a traditional IRA might be better, because you pay taxes. You don't pay taxes going in and now. You pay it later when you take it out. Speak to your financial advisor. I know nothing about financial planning. Man, they finished so quick. I'm going this way. No track. Oh, I can't go that way. Okay. They finished so quick. I ain't even have a chance to open up oil analysis letter. Don't worry, I'm gonna do it right about now.
Okay, I pulled over just so I can open this letter, if I can find it. Seriously? Russian, man. That's what you get for Russian.
Blackstone Laboratories. Let's see what they're saying. Hopefully I can understand what they're saying. Every time, right? Every time the phone rings. Aluminum, I'm twice higher than the universal average. Chromium, 3 times higher than universal average. Iron, unit location averages. I don't know what that means. Oh, over continued analysis. That's going to be my average. Okay. Iron, mine is at 240 units. I don't know what the unit is, whatever. Parts per million. 240. The universal average is 27. Copper, twice the average. Lead, 4 times the average. 10. They don't have. Flash point of my oil is 425. It should be less than 415. Did I have additives in there? So I would think that's good. Fuel percentage. That's good. Antifreeze 0, water 0, insolubles less than 0.2 and less than 0.6 is good. TBN 3.3 and they want greater than 1. So the properties, the value in my properties is all good. As far as the elements, that's way off. I don't know what that means. But here's the comments. I guess that's the main thing, because we don't really understand. I don't understand what this stuff indicates. Is it good, bad, whatever. Universal averages show typical wear for oil run 15,300 miles, and accounting for your longer intervals, metals are still too high, particularly iron and lead. Iron is from steel parts, including the cylinders, while lead is from bearings. No fuel or coolant was found that might explain the poor wear, but the viscosity is a little thick, and that paired with the dark, sooty appearance of the oil could suggest trouble with combustion. The TBN of 3.3 shows additive left. 1.0 is low, but if the engine is running smoothly with good oil pressure, we suggest 20,000 miles to monitor. So I'd say that sounds pretty good. Considering the oil that was in here, I don't know how long it was prior to it getting the oil change. So it might have been well overdue before I sent the sample in. So we'll do another one and see how it turns out. Yeah, I just pulled over right here on the side of the road so we could do that. Promise you I'd do it in this video. And now we gotta get going because it's Friday and I'm on my way to the house and I got stuff to do. I gotta get this check and put it in the bank. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that's the cheapest place I've seen to get the oil analysis done. Blackstone. You heard me on the phone with them. They sent it when they said they was gonna send it 3 to 5 days. It was there when I checked the mail, which was within 3 to 5 days. And I can't wait till I send the next one and see what that result is. I don't know if he sent her everything, but I got the long form and the short form in the email that I'll send to you. All right. Appreciate it. That's why I was here to ask you, could you call me back? Because I was on hold for 20 minutes.